Most people think that introversion looks like this, when in fact, really it has nothing to do with being shy. Introversion is more about where you get your energy from, and the same for extroversion. It's more about how you recharge your batteries, whether you recharge them by socializing or whether you gain energy from solitude, time alone, time to yourself. There are many definitions of introversion, such as being reserved, being quiet, shy, typically. But I don't really think they explain what introversion really is. I don't think that those are traits of somebody who is introverted. I think typically people can be like that and introverted at the same time, but they're different things. You can be introverted and confident at the same time. It seems to me that a good definition from dictionary.com of introversion is somebody who prefers spending time to themselves, preferring calm environments to loud ones, limiting their social activity a little bit, and embrace a greater proclivity towards solitude than an extrovert would. From what I've read, people who are introverted simply need to spend time to themselves occasionally, perhaps even the majority of their time, to recharge their batteries, to gain their energy, and to perform at their best, to be their best selves. So, what does all this mean? I think that a fine balance is necessary in order to achieve maximum wellness. I feel like as an introvert, socializing kind of drains a lot of my energy levels. I love socializing, but I feel like I can't be my best self whilst I'm out socializing if I haven't spent time by myself to recharge those batteries. So I think that for both introverts and extroverts, a balance is necessary in order to achieve their best selves, as I say. I kind of think that the perfect job for an introvert is a media composer. Now, I'm biased, but I think I have a good reason for this. I have spent quite a long time now doing some media composition, and personally I feel that it's the perfect job for me as an introvert. And I think the other introverts that are in my line of work are probably feeling pretty similar. And the reason for this is essentially because I spend about 3/4 of my working time and my general time, but especially my working time, on my own by myself, working right here behind me at my studio desk. And I'm composing music most of the time, or I'm doing administrative stuff, or I'm, planning, doing emails, anything. All my work is done on my own, basically. But that last little quarter of my time is essentially done collaboratively, because after all, media composition is a collaborative process. It's never done by yourself truly. You're always doing something with somebody else, like a filmmaker or a video game developer. And that's why I love it, because I think that I spend the majority of my time by myself working, but I feel that working that little quarter of time with the people, spending time on the phone to my friends, my colleagues, the producers that I'm working with, the directors, the developers I'm working with, it's all done eventually so that I work on my own. And I think that it's the perfect balance of socializing so that I get that boost, that energy, that creative direction I need from the people that I'm working with. I feel like I get that social benefit that everyone really needs, but I still get that time to recharge. I guess then a better, more general term for the job role that I'm kind of thinking of is an artist, because artists, like I've been saying, typically work by themselves. Generally speaking, an artist is considered more of a soloist quite a lot of the time, especially somebody who is like a composer or a painter or a writer. It's a lot of it needs to be done by yourself. I feel like media composition is probably one of the more collaborative roles within the arts, because you are always doing something with somebody behind, even in the background of your workload. Whereas quite often a concert composer is more than 3/4 of the time, shall we say, working by themselves writing. A lot of the time, of course, they will be rehearsing with the orchestra or talking to performers, etc. But I feel like every time I've done concert music, I would say it's been more like a 90%, block of writing and then a 10% rehearsal time that I've spent with people doing it. So, like I say, artist is a really good umbrella term for this role that I'm thinking of, and I think that being an artist is probably the perfect overall job role or job sort of sector to get into for an introvert. To sum it up, I feel like for me as an introvert, I've been waiting my whole life, or the best part of my life, waiting to reach the point that I finally got to. I finally reached that balance where the time I'm working by myself and the time I'm working with other people is perfect for me personally. And of course, this changed depending on every different person. And I think the message to take away from this is to just try out different things that fit for you. Try and work out what your balance should be. Maybe take some personality tests and you can work out whether or not the balance of socializing versus being on your own is right for you in the different jobs that you're doing. And I think that that's the general message that I'm trying to put out there at the moment. Thanks so much for watching the video. I just had some thoughts on the topic to share. Like I said, I'm by no means an expert. These are just thoughts that are coming from my head based on my research, and I thought I'd like to share them with you. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel, it really helps me out. And please give my video a like if you can, comment whether you liked it or not, and what about it you did or did not like. And I hope to see you next time, so please ring the notification bell to stay tuned, and I will see you in another video soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.